Gonna have a bit of a rough time on the ferry today, if they do get out, that is.
Oh, the other one.
Because when you've got high winds and a bit of a high tide as well, it tends to be very difficult trying to get into Dover docks. And we book in, get our train number, then we go forward to customs. They might pull us over and check through the coach depending on what they're going to be doing today. And then we go through immigration first, I think. Yeah, we go for immigration first, where everybody has to get off with their passports. That's all you need, just your passports. Leave everything else on the coach. So you're just going off with the passport control and then back home. But we'll see what when we get down there, what train we're on, and see if we got time to spare to go into the terminal. And then we board the train, and then you've got a chance if you want to get off the coach and stand on the side walkways. But we were in a little, I don't know if anybody been on the, yeah, I expect a lot of you've been on a channel before, so you know we're in a compartment. Probably just the one coach in there, depending how busy it is. Sometimes they put a coach in the car, but certainly only one coach.
There's a train, that double-decker coaches, is that right? We drive down from the middle. Do you see them clearly now?
We didn't get out. It's about 45 minutes. Yeah. If you get out, you don't just stretch your legs and just stand on the side of the coach. You can't do that. I usually go out and get out. Everybody gets out. Yeah. They just stand on the side.
That's one of the entrance doors there.
Yeah. Because we saw people sort of walking by.
Closed, of course, now. There's probably an open one up there that we're going to drive in. This is just driving in on it. Doesn't look very wide, does it? We're now on the base of the train. We drive into a covered area. We'll see in a minute. Here we are. That's the end of the covered bit. We're now in.
Be careful about driving. Does this sit now?
It's amazing really, we're driving inside the train. The other wall's only just over there. It's a junction between different coaches, if you call them a coach.
Yes, yes.
Get out or just stay in here?
I get out.
There are toilets out there. Right?
There are toilets out there.
Straight line.
There's a loudspeaker thing to tell you when to get back into the coach.
Oh no, we can't go anywhere. You
No.
literally have to stand by the coach.
Oh, I see a stand by
Next
it.
to the, just get out and stand on that side, or just turn around a little bit. But they close all those apartments anyway. Every
Right.
apartment is
Oh, I
separate.
see. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not quite as a
I guess we've got as far forward as the space. Yeah, I can see some red lights ahead. I expect when we're in the final position, it'll stop the engine.
Is it quite different to when you came last time?
Well, I was in a van, of course, but not such a. We didn't fill up the train so much as we're filling it up this one.
I'm just telling you, just in case. Remind me.
There isn't much space between the side of the coach and the roof is around the walls.
Yeah, that's right.
If you get out, all you can do is stand by the side of the coach, love. If you get out, all you can do is stand beside the coach.
Stay here.
But there are toilets if you'd like to walk on down. But
Well, that's good. You said something.
yeah.
You get drinks. You gotta get drinks out there.
No.
This girl and her
Can't
coffee.
go through the doors and just go to the door or something.
Yeah.
But that's right.
That's all too far.
Yeah. I don't see any queues anywhere.
Eh?
Because it's
They'll close down the partitions between each individual coach soon. But I guess the driver will stop his engine as soon as he's in the final position.
The door is shut like in front of you.
Yeah, that's right.
Why make all these doors like now? They're just security or safety.
Safety, yeah.
Engine stopped.
Just in case of
Yeah, if there was a fire in the other wagon, you see, it would protect us from it.
And it's contained like
carriage,
Yeah. See the shutter coming down in front, there'll be one behind us.
There's nothing in front of us.
Right then, here we are on the Euro tunnel.
And behind that, the door's closing.
The tunnel train runs below the English Channel, of course, a length of 50.5 kilometres.
How many miles is
So
that?
it's about 25, 30 miles. And it connects folks in Kent, of course, with Calais, which is outside of Calais. It was finished in
It's
1994.
amazing, isn't it?
And it carries three lots of transport, of course. It carries the lorries, which is on a different, they're on an open sort of deck thing. All the lorry drivers get collected by a minibus and taken up to a carriage. And then they got the cars, of course, and then the passenger trains. So when you think the amount of trains that's going through, they reckon there's one every sort of 5 or 6 minutes. When there's one going in the tunnel, there's one coming out, and there's one halfway. Two tunnels, of course. And really, this dates back to the 19th century. Albert Mathieu, a French mining engineer, was the first to propose a tunnel in 1802.
Wow, looking long enough.
His plan was for traffic and horse-drawn carriages. But they, I believe that they were planning a station, a island in the middle of the channel, so they could take the horses off and change horses.
Oh.
So they can have a rest.
Yeah, they can't come to
The British government cancelled the project until 1987. The Treaty of Canterbury was signed by the British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and the French President Mitterrand, which allowed the project to proceed. France started building in June 1988, while the English began in December of the same year. But it wasn't all smooth. 10 people died in the first month of drilling. 11 tunnel boring machines drilled in total, and they made 2 railway tunnels. Plus a service tunnel, so there's one in the middle. In the late 1990s, tunnels from both sides, French and the British, touched. Queen Elizabeth II and French President Mitterrand opened the tunnel in a ceremony that was held on the May the 6th, 1994. 13,000 workers, engineers and technicians worked on this tunnel. The length of the tunnel is 50.5 kilometers and a depth of 40 meters. So we all got your swimming gear.
Oh, don't.
Don't say things like that.
Since it was opened, the Channel Tunnel has carried more than 57 million passengers.
Best thing that ever happened, I think.
Lovely.
Much better than going on the boat. Isn't it?
Exactly. No cars again. Empty. Cars parked.
What are those?
Cherries
They
or
look like
plums
cherries
or
or
something
something,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, we were just on the roadside,
Mm.
just taking photos of
Yeah, lovely pictures.
them.
What time of year was this?
That was in July.
July.
Yeah. Last year, actually, yeah. 8th of
Yeah.
July last year.
Just become light outside the window
Oh,
now.
just got out there, lovely.
So we're out of the tunnel now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't take long, does it then? That's half an hour. It's about half an hour then. Baby's going to get back on.
It was 20 past when we left. Yeah, it's not
Long
quite
walk.
10 to
Here she
yet.
comes.
It's in my garden, yeah. Well, that was...
Less than
That
half
was
an
in
hour.
June. 26th of
Well,
June.
I walked all down the tunnel, all the way back 3 times.
Well done.
I think somebody's fibbing.
No. Oh, it's much airier when you're outside though. It's quite stuffy in here.
It is area out there. Nice and cool.
Did Ruth go with you as well? Is that too well?
No, this is in my garden.
Oh, in your
That's
garden.
Ruth's daughter.
Oh, right.
She's over from, she lives in France.
Yeah.
So she was there in my garden.
Well, there's white lines down there. We must be walking along the side of a platform, I reckon. We've actually stopped moving now, so I reckon we're going to be getting halfway soon.
Are we nearly there?
We stopped.
Oh, no, there.
When he said with nature, we need park, we're going to stay.
Yes.
It's not bad. This is that. Yeah. This is the tunnel we go.
Of course, over in France, where we are now, it's actually 5 to 10.
I thought it was lovely. This.
Yeah, the empty compartment shutters are just lifting up. This will start its engine soon and we'll be driving off.
I'm just moving.
It's all starting up.
Very civilised, isn't it, really? Dover Valley.
And we're moving forward.
Hanging around.
climbing down the inside of a train.
You have to get off in a minute. You have to get off in a minute.
I don't know.
We come back again.
Here we are. Yeah, we're off. There's our look, or at least another locomotive, yeah.
Weather-wise,
Here we are. In France.
Bonjour, mesdames, monsieur. Ça va?
oui, ça va. C'est bien.
That's French for get off.
Similar sort of weather over here to what we've had. Grey and dull.
Don't know the was. It's not road. Lots of puddles down over there. On that waste
Going over a river. Oh, is that a lake? First big lake, I think. Now we're joining the main motorway by the look of it. Heading to the Belgian border. We've got many miles of really flat, featureless countryside to pass over now to get to the Belgian border. Estimates are about an hour and a half, 2 hours travelling. Just gone by the French town of Dunkirk. When do you think so many people lost their lives here in the last war? I know you can pop across here within the hour from Britain. Makes you realise all this rubbish about Brexit. We're really part of Europe. Travelling around the Kent area this morning, speaking English, and within the hour we're over here, seeing all these foreign registrations, and quite a few British ones as well driving around. That's the way it should be. It shouldn't have barriers between us. I think 70% of our food comes over the channel.
That's fine. That's good.
I think we've got about less than a fortnight's supply of food in the country. That we're all clogged up by red tape. What's that going to do to prices and supply lines? And then we just crossed into Belgium. A lot earlier than expected from what other people were saying. We might be in Bruges now. Let's jump to Tunnel. It's obviously the biggest town. Quite low level traffic lights there. Change to green. About 20 past 10 English time, 20 past 11 Belgian time. Apparently we've got to park up somewhere and get a little minibus into the centre. When that will be, how soon? Don't know. Oh, is that those important tall towers over there? Yes, I think it is. We're not very far from the centre anyway, are we? It's only just over there. Yeah, this is Bruges, all right.
Yeah. Nice building.
Bus station, I guess. Seem to be driving a long way away from where you could have easily walked. Huh, yeah. You're taking the coaches much further out.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I'm joking. It's a good thing I got all the numbers in there.
Good to see the Union Jack still a part of the European display there.
I can't do it. What's wrong with the people?
Terrible.
Seriously.
1 foot on.
Honestly.
Did you flush it?
No, I couldn't do it.
Oh, then thank God that doesn't begin to feel guilty.
It's all the instructions in French that's confusing us, isn't it?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, we're quite some distance from the centre now.
Mikey, we've got the shuttle bus, all right?
Yeah, it seems to be a long way. I could see the big tall towers over there, but we've gone miles past them. So the shuttle bus, I think, is a definite yes.
No. I used to do that with my friend. What's somebody else? Yeah, this particular jacket. There we are. It's gonna park it there.
Yeah, I guess he's going to park here off to the right at the moment.
Park here behind there.
We're going further and further away from what appeared to be the entrance.
That's where I eat. Mayflower, I eat it there. See the Mayflower?
Yeah.
I eat it there. It's a restaurant.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now we're going over here. River over there, or canal, one of the two. Canal expert.
Well, he will take us up here, yeah.
No, then what's going to happen now?
Opposite coast.
I'll wait information.
He can't park here. This is just
This I'll leave.
yeah.
Right then, so this is where we're setting you down and picking you back up. We pick you up at the same place, somewhere along here. The bus runs from just over the other side of the road. You see a bus stop there. I don't know how frequently they run. I think they run every 10 minutes or so. Whether it's different in the winter time, I couldn't tell you. If you're going to walk, you walk over the bridge, which is over to the right hand side. Carry on through to the park, keeping left where there's a bit of a wide junction. Keep left. As you come out the park, you turn left and then right, and then you're along the canal, and then just follow everybody else because they're all going into the centre from there. Now, of course, it's very important that you're back here on time because of getting the ferry. So we're leaving at 3:30, 3:30. Okay, and that's local time. Alright, 3:30 local time.
So we got.
You're walking in there.
2:30 then on
And that'll
car
give us
watches.
maybe a little bit of time in the duty-free shop back at Calais, so if anybody wants to go in and get some duty-free, but depending on traffic. Okay?
Can you give me a tab? Pull it. Oh, sorry.
Rose is the girl who knows where she's been because he's been here several times.
Okay. Don't leave me if we get lost. No, this to start us off here, no?
Because we don't want to get lost.
No.
Yeah, it's good. You really want to ask as well, because is that what it's got, a tunnel? Yeah. And you don't see them on the street, that?
No, that's right. You don't.
Just going in a straight line. Yeah.
When step.
Oh yes.
It's so easy.
It's been 14 miles. It's not really miles, is it?
No.
Well, he's taking pictures.